Kate. She's in that realm
Yeah.
of missing children. Thank you to people like that. But we all got to do our part.
Right.
If you see something weird, don't be afraid to go say something.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm not.
Yeah. I'm not going to be afraid.
We might offend some people, but I'll tell you what, offending some people is a small
better
price
than
to
watching
pay.
a kid get kidnapped.
Exactly.
And taken away from public eye and taken away from their mother and their fathers.
Right.
I mean, it happens. I mean, going to the parks in New York City. I remember people reporting of that. Miami, Florida is a hotbed for it.
Yep.
Minneapolis, Minnesota was always a hotbed for it. Chicago. I mean, the list goes on and on and on.
It used to be drugs were the biggest moneymaker around the world.
Right.
And then, then it was something else. But now literally human trafficking is the number one commodity in the world. Billions and billions and billions of dollars.
Yep.
However, if I catch people nabbing kids in my area, they won't be nabbing them anymore. I promise you that.
That's right.
He's
going to do the justful and rightful thing like I would do.
Like any good American would do. I'll give you an example. There was this guy that happened to do that just off the town here a ways, right?
Yeah.
This has been a few years ago. He was taking kids. He was pimping kids out. He was doing all the bad things. And unfortunately, he had an accident.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he OD'd.
Really?
Yeah, he had 119 needles sticking out of his body.
Wow.
And,
he really had an addiction.
Okay, so it's National Tap Dance Day.
Right.
What do you think of that?
Oh, well, Gregory Hines is what comes to mind.
Tap dancing?
Remember that Gregory Hines?
I do.
There was a movie with him in it years ago. Taps?
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
What was it, him and I don't remember who was in it with him. But they both could tap dance real good.
Wow, Sean said there was a guy 2 towns over who got caught naked masturbating to teens Friday night. Chop, chop.
At the shop.
Well, have you ever heard swing?
Yep.
That sound of metal?
Yep.
Yeah, well, it is what it is.
Swing, batter, swing.
National Brown Bag It Day.
Yeah.
Do you brown bag your lunch ever?
I used to back in the day. Like,
You don't anymore?
No. When the wife was around, she used to.
You don't miss like the bologna sandwich?
Yeah.
Chips?
Ham.
You eat that for like 2-3 years going to the same job, eating the same brown paper lunch.
Yeah.
And, I worked a lot of physical, like metal jobs.
Right.
Sean, he knows what I'm talking about. So you go to eat.
Yeah.
And you get that metally taste, tinny taste in your mouth, no matter how many times you wash your hands. You know what I mean?
Yep, I've had it.
Yeah, like you take the Gojo and you're like really washing, and you're holding the thing with your foot, and no matter how much you wash it up, you're going to get that taste in your mouth.
Right. I used to make railroad sides, so I know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Same thing.
It's towel day.
Yeah.
Have you ever noticed you can never have enough towels? Okay?
No.
You go swimming. I took my daughter swimming yesterday. I'm going to tell you something about Missouri. I freaking love Missouri. Okay,
Yeah.
so we're down there, and I ran into a couple people I knew. My daughter's old boyfriend's sister, and she had just graduated and blah blah blah. So I talked to her, and we're sitting there, and this guy says, "Hey, snake in the water." Well, all the Missouri creeks, they're just crystal clear all the way to the bottom. You can see the water. Snake in the water. So everybody gets out of the water, and the people next to me, which were having like a picnic, they're like, "Don't worry, my husband has a 22." So he pulls out this AR. It's got a scope on it about the size of a coffee can, and he just leans over, and it looked like a cottonmouth.
Ooh.
Bunch of kids in the water.
Yeah.
They're getting out though, and he just guess what? Snake was done. Started wriggling around a little bit and then floated down the river. Where else in America is that going to happen?
Not too many other places. Maybe Texas.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, maybe Texas,
maybe
Kentucky, maybe
Kentucky,
Arkansas.
yeah. Ohio would do it.
Would Ohio do it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I was just like, here it is.
Yep.
That saved the day again. Kids were. It was about a 4-foot long snake.
Right.
And usually, we don't get that problem. Hello, Lewis.
Right.
Hello, Skull Cram. I just saw Skull Cram get on here. But I felt good. I felt I'm part of this. This is part of my culture, part of my community. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, and the other side of that is, have you ever actually tried to shoot a moving target in water?
No.
It was, all I'm going to say is maybe not quite as good a shot as me, but a pretty good shot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Did he hit it in the head?
He did.
I figured that.
Yep. He did. And it was just one shot and it was over.
One shot, one kill.
Yeah. You know,
Right.
It's who's the guy that says, killing is my business, ladies, and business is good.
I've heard it. I know. I heard it.
That's Major Payne.
Major Payne.
That's what it was. Yeah. Well,
David Wayans.
that guy business was good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, baby.
It was great. I'm still having memories
I know.
of the buttocks killing, the buttocks murders.
Yeah.
I just can't imagine that.
Just asinine to think.
I do got some sad news today.
Yeah.
Did you guys see this? Killing at least 9. It was last renovated in 2016, so it should have been good.
Right.
You know what I mean? Look at that, man.
Oh,
Those things are up there.
yeah, they are.
It's very rare. I can say this about technology. It seems like sometimes technology is getting better where we don't have to worry about things. But 9 people on a cable car ride, I mean, people go on those cable car rides to go on a vacation, look around.
Go up and down the mountainside.
Right.
They got them in Tennessee, right?
Right. It was near the summit of Stresa Matron.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a sad day anytime something like that happens. But
no doubt, man.
well, and also it doesn't make anybody feel better that's like afraid of heights. Like I'm afraid of heights.
I'm not afraid of heights. That's weird. I'm more afraid of water than I am heights. If that makes any sense.
Well, this mountain reaches 4,900 feet.
Right.
That's a long ways.
It is.
You know what I mean? That's a long ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Keep them in your prayers, folks.
Yep.
Keep them in your prayers. That's all we can do.
No doubt. All right. 9-year-old has a stash. Wow.
Candy?
Growing them early, ain't they?
Candy?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to say candy stash because everybody's got a candy stash.
What do you think? Growing them fast, a stash? 9 years old?
Hey,
Boy 9 finds $5,000 under floor mat of family's used SUV. Wrong stash. A 9-year-old Indiana boy cleaning out the SUV of his family bought in September made a discovery his father found it difficult to believe. $5,000 cash. Landon Melvin, 9, was cleaning out his family's Chevy Suburban. Hanson knows all about that.
Oh, yeah.
In Plainfield, when he found an envelope under a floor mat that contained the cash. The boy told his father, Michael Melvin, about the discovery in the vehicle, which the family had purchased in September of 2020. But his dad had a difficult time believing the story was accurate. I was like, whatever, he's 9, Michael Melvin told WRTV.
9.
I'm like, you found something. He says, okay, he says. No, Dad, I really did. I walk over, I see it. I reach down, I say, what is this? And I'm thinking it's probably paperwork of some sort. Yeah, the paperwork was indeed $5,000 cash. The Melvins contacted the previous owners of the SUV, a South Carolina family. The family told them they had driven the Suburban to Florida for a cruise in 2019 and had misplaced the envelope of money during the trip. The family insisted that Landon Melvin keep $1,000 of the money as a finder's fee. It's upstairs in my room. I've just been thinking of all the stuff I could buy, Landon Melvin said. Yeah, he's thinking about toys galore. We know that at that age. Michael Melvin said the situation taught him a valuable lesson. Check floor mats always, he said. We went back out and we checked all the rest of the floor mats. I mean, what else is hidden in this vehicle? So that's one thing I'm going to definitely do when I clean vehicles out. That's the first place I'm starting. Your thoughts, Mr. Hans?
Well, what is the weirdest thing that you've ever found in a car that you bought?
Oh, gosh. That may not be a good topic for here.
Well, use some creative imagery through words.
I'll mention I'll just come out and say.
No, well, you know, keep it PG.
Well, I'm gonna try to.
All right, go for it.
I used condom. I'll just say that.
I used bonbon. Well, okay.
Yeah, bonbon.
Use that's pretty disgusting. I don't know if I'd want the car anymore. Okay, you know what I'm saying?
I didn't either. After that, I actually traded it.
Well, okay, so I bought a Camaro. I actually didn't buy a Camaro. I traded a truck.
Yeah.
You remember those little Dodge, little red machines? Remember Little Red Express?
Yeah.
Well, I had one of them, but it was silver. And I had a 340 in it. Fast. I mean, it was super fast.
Right.
However, it was terrible. It was just terrible. Terrible. On fuel mileage. So I traded it to a guy for a Camaro. Z28. It had T-tops, just beautiful, beautiful car. However, I'm cleaning it out. And I flipped up, you know, on the back, there's 2 bolts you could grab and flip the seat up.
Right.
Well, I do that, and underneath there was a big, big bag of the ganja.
Ooh.
That was probably the weirdest thing that I ever found. I mean, it was probably, I don't know, at that time, a couple $100 bag of ganja. And I took it and I put it directly in the garbage. Do you believe that? No.
No, I don't.
No, that was probably the weirdest thing that I found. And then a couple times I bought cars and I found phones.
I haven't done that one.
Yeah, like people like lost their cell phones and they got, you know.
Change. I think I found change many of them.
A lot of change?
Yeah.
Yeah. There was guys that used to do that, like go find change. You know, now instead of guys going and finding change in cars, they're out digging in, you know, garbage lands out in New York to find the cryptocurrency that some guy threw away on his computer. You know, the Bitcoin that's out there. There's literally people out there every day that there's supposedly like a $2 million Bitcoin in on some computer hard drive.
Yeah.
And they're literally looking for it.
Wow.
Would you do that?
Yeah. I'm not going to lie.
I'm into that a little bit, okay?
Because it's a treasure hunt.
Well, cryptocurrency. What do you know about it?
I know that I keep telling people we need to invest in crypto gold, and then we need to invest in silver right now.
Well, Bitcoin kind of...
I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But here's the thing.
I think it's going to go back up.
I think Bitcoin only allowed for 1 billion parts.
Yeah.
Okay, I am by no means an expert. I wouldn't even say that I'm a novice, but it intrigues me, so I look into it. Bitcoin kind of sold itself short.
Yeah.
Okay, and then there's another one that's infinity. So they're too long. Bitcoin's too short. This other one's too long. And then the one that I found that I really, really like because it's so interesting to me is SafeMoon.
Yeah.
Have you looked into SafeMoon at all?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so right now you can buy it, and I think it's 0.00006.
Right.
So you can buy it. So if that ever hits 10 cents, basically if you put $100 in now, you'd make $200,000 when it does. And there's no doubt that it's going to at some point.
Right.
But SafeMoon is actually meant to keep it there. Okay, so if you sell your portion, they literally cut 50% out of what you have. And they're instead of 1 billion, whatever units, they're in I think 1 trillion units. So they're in between. But SafeMoon has all these extra things that kind of make it safer for you.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Try it.
I'm going to.
I mean, $200, invest in something.
Yeah. That's investment.
Well, here's the thing. Gold and things like that, it's too expensive for the common man to be able to get into it and have enough of a hedge. Like we were talking about Australia the other day.
Yeah.
If you are not considered a certain type of investor, and if if anybody's from Australia on here, I don't know if either one of our Aussie mates were on there today, but you